Hello and welcome to our video on debugging techniques every programmer should know. Debugging is an essential skill for any programmer, but it can be a frustrating and time-consuming process. In this video, we'll share some tips and techniques that can help you debug your code more effectively. The first technique is to use print statements or logging. This is a simple and effective way to track the flow of your code and identify where errors occur. You can use print statements to output the value of variables or to indicate when a particular code block is executed. Logging can be even more powerful, as it allows you to track the behavior of your code over time and across multiple sessions. Here's an example of how you might use print statements in your code. By outputting the value of the variable at different stages of the code, you can quickly identify when something goes wrong and where. Another technique is to use a debugger. A debugger is a tool that allows you to step through your code line by line, set breakpoints, and view the values of variables in real time. This can be especially useful for complex programs or when you're not sure where the error is occurring. Here's an example of a debugger in action. We've set a breakpoint on this line of code, and as we step through the code, we can see the values of variables changing in real time. The third technique is to use error messages. Error messages can be your best friend when it comes to debugging, as they often provide useful information about what went wrong and where. By carefully reading and understanding error messages, you can often pinpoint the source of the problem quickly. Here's an example of an error message. By reading the message carefully, we can see that the problem is with the variable x being undefined. Finally, it's important to keep a clear head and a systematic approach when debugging. Don't panic or get frustrated when things don't work as expected. Instead, break the problem down into smaller pieces, test each piece separately, and use the techniques we've discussed to identify and fix the problem. So those are some of the debugging techniques that every programmer should know. By using print statements or logging, a debugger, error messages, and a systematic approach, you can quickly identify and fix problems in your code. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more programming tips and tutorials.